Now, let's talk about Queen Camilla and renovations, because I suppose renovating a house is relatable, but not quite renovating a room for Buckingham Palace. But she's pushing a specific change to Buckingham Palace as part of its £369 million renovation, which is 750 million Australian dollars. It's extraordinary. Now, despite boasting more than 700 rooms, Buckingham Palace is without a library. So, Andrew, Queen Camilla is reportedly been pushing for this change.
Oh, absolutely. They've got 775 rooms in Buckingham Palace. Can you believe it? I have visited it myself, not necessarily all the rooms, but work on that sort of basis. But the one room they don't have is a library, and they've been renovating since 2017. It costs that eye-watering figure, and we all know anybody who's having her housework done, they know it always takes time. It always takes a lot longer than anticipated. But in spite of those 775 rooms, the one thing it doesn't have is a library, because what happened is King George IV, he donated the King's Library to the British Museum. I think it was in 1823. And since then, it hasn't had one. So poor old Charles, he's very worried about how much the whole thing is costing. And the Queen says, well, one room we need, just a few million more. It's a library, and she's a real bookworm. She loves books. Jilly Cooper was a very close friend of her, the author who died sadly a few days ago at 88. She was really, really close to her, and one of the characters in her wonderful books was based on Camilla's ex, so it worked on that sort of basis. But she loves her books, and that would be one room that she wants to have in Buckingham Palace.
Well, I'm backing Queen Camilla on that one. I think that is absolutely fair enough. We have to speak about Meghan Markle, because she's been mocked at Paris Fashion Week. She, of course, spent the weekend there showing plenty of behind-the-scenes content. Now, let's just take a look at the Duchess strutting for the cameras. Now, look, it's not being received well, certainly not as well as maybe she would have hoped, with some people labelling it a Zoolander walk. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think you've got to get the princess pouch, don't you? You've got to work on that. Brilliant Ben Stiller movie, and those glorious moments as they strut their stuff, all sorts of things. And people come with their own prejudices about the megalomania, as I call it each time. What happened? She said it's the first time they've been there in a decade. Well, she's never been to the Paris fashion show. She went to one beforehand in New York and Toronto when she was a Suits star, and then she wasn't nearly as famous as she is now. She wore this sort of glorious outfit. A lot of people were criticizing the fact that she strutted more like a model than she did as a guest, and so on and so forth. And she also did these wonderful little clips on her Instagram. Again, the things I do for research for you, Gabriella.
Thank you.
So we watched those. She went round Paris in this car. She had her heels kicked up, and you can see that. A lot of people criticized her because she went near the tunnel where Diana was tragically killed. I'm not sure that was deliberate, but it's a lot of people criticized that. But she was shown eating little French fries and nibbling on other bits and pieces, being a typical tourist, as well as that glorious Zoolander throwback.
Oh, it's hilarious, isn't it? Look, I think she's certainly getting roasted on plenty of social media feeds that I can see here in Sydney, Australia. But we appreciate all your research and hard work. Andrew Eborn, President of Octopus TV, barrister and broadcaster, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. See you next week from Cannes.